A love of reading opens so many doors for young children, not only in determining their overall academic success, but also in motivating and activating their minds and imagination.
Hi, my name is Pendi Keshe. I'm 11 years old. I study in class 6. My hometown is Paro, and I study in Druk School.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember.
I started reading when my mother bought me like a huge book set, which is written by the author Jeff Kinney, Giant Frumpy Kid.
This holiday season, get ready for takeoff when the Heffleys return for their most epic, romantic, dangerous adventure ever. A family vacation. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway.
Hi everyone, my name is Neza Dolkar Tsering. I am from Ha and I'm 12 years old, class 6 and study in Druk School. I started reading when my father first read me the book The Wizard of Oz.
There's no place like home.
The magic.
I am Oz.
Follow the yellow brick road.
The fun.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Generations have waited to see the most beloved movie of the century on the big screen. And
Toto 2?
Toto 2.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Put 'em up, put 'em up.
If ever a wish there was, the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz Special Edition.
Hi, my name is Elson Pemalang. I'm 10 years old. I'm from Tashikang. I study in class 5C in Druk School. When my mother bought me a bedtime story, she used to read it to me every night. It was very interesting, so I tried to read it myself, and as a result, I learned to read it at the age of 4.
Once upon a time, there lived a man and his wife. They did not have any children, but they really wanted to have one. After a short period of time, the lady was expecting a baby. One morning, when she was looking out of her window, she saw a beautiful lettuce garden next door. From that moment, she could not think of anything else except that lettuce. I wish I could eat them.
Hello, my name is Nandita Nawal. I am from Bangladesh. I'm 10 years old and I am from class 4A in Druk School. I started reading when I was at preschool at the age of 3. My mother used to read to me every night and she influenced me to read.
My favorite book is The Red Pyramid from the Carter Kane series, which is written by the author Rick Riordan. I really like it because it's funny, but it has a good sense of what's right and wrong, and then full of adventure.
My favorite book is Watch Your Whiskers Stilton from the Geronimo Stilton series, and I really like that book because it's funny and it tells us how you have to stand up courageously for your own rights and be a role model for others.
Looks like Devin's our man.
Hey! It's blocked. Didn't we just go through this?
I hope there's not a lake up ahead.
Wait a second! If Devin's in the race...
Who's driving the van?
My favorite book is Dark Diaries Holiday Heartbreak, and the author is Rachel Wayne Russell. The author considers herself a total dork because she loves being in a world that is dorkish. My favorite book is Thea Stilton and the Secret City because it's very adventurous and it has a sense of humor.
You really become creative and it expands your imagination.
It improves the language in whatever you're reading.
It gives you a proper pronunciation of words that you cannot pronounce properly. They influence you and they expand your vocabulary.
Welcome to our show. I read. Growing up, my house was full of books. My favorite book as a child was Matilda. Can you describe your favorite character in the story and tell me why do you like the character?
My favorite character is definitely Ben, and he's said to be a reincarnation of the past dragon rider. I really like him because he forgives everyone and can really tell if someone is lying or not. And he's kind to everyone and friendly.
So Neja, tell me what inspired you to read?
Well, what inspired me to read is how creative the authors can be. Like when you read, the book gets more and more intense. And at the end, there's an ending which you did not expect at all. So the story turns at almost every point, and that's what makes it really interesting to read. That's why once I read one book, it inspires me to read another and another.
Nandita, what do you think the author wants readers to remember most from the book?
I think what the author wants us to remember most from this book is that you should always be brave and never ever give up, even if it's really hard. Boys and girls will both like it. It's an easy chapter book with pictures on every page. I love the illustrations, but the younger children would like the story being read to them.
While you recommend this book to other readers, I would recommend the four of you to exchange books. Is it okay for you?
Yes.
reading opens your heart to new ideas, new culture, and new worldviews. But the problem, in many of us don't have time to read.
I learn something new every day, and I look forward to that every day. I like a challenge. It's a huge goal and can be difficult, but it works for me. I will set my goal to read 12 books of 12 different categories in 12 months.
Don't just read a book because you want to read and beat a challenge or meet your goals. Read because it makes you a better person, and I request you all to continue reading. Now, besides reading books, there are so many ways of reading through different activities, through songs, right? Through games, through sports. So now we are going to have that.
Well, Taekwondo, it's actually called Taekwondo, but people call it Taekwondo. Tai means foot, Kon means hand, and Do means mind.
2, 6, 14, 4,
Apart from reading, I like playing European handball. It's interesting because I can play with my friends and we can bond with each other, and we get to know many friends when we play this game. Come, let's play with me. So long, plus, what's it in like?
It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. Oh, 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 oh. I know. Everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along. But the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Have you ever thought of playing tongue twister? I know it sounds rather complicated, but actually it's an awesome game. I'm not really good at it, but it's a lot of fun. I'm sure you all will be much better than me. Okay, now children, let's play a game of tongue twister. Can we start with Nandita?
If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy, buy. If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy, buy.
Betty bought a bit of butter to put into her batter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make her bitter butter better. Betty bought a bit of butter to put into her batter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make her bitter butter better.
A big black bug with a big black dog on his big black nose. A big black bug with a big black dog on his big black nose. She sells seashells by the seashore, but the seashells are not seashells for sure. She sells seashells by the seashore, but the seashells are not seashells for sure.
You want to play again?
Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup.
Good. Did you like the game?
Well, tongue twisters are fun to practice.
Well, not very easy though.
I learned new things from this game. I want to try again. Zebra zig and zebra zag. Zebra zig and zebra zag. Zebra zig and zebra zag.
These are just some of the tongue twisters that kids love to say over and over again. Well, it turns out that reading helps in almost every area. No matter what you want to do or become, you can't do it without knowledge. Reading is an excellent way to get where you want to go. Remember, the love for reading begins at home. Books are a great way of growing intellectually, and you should be constantly growing or else you'll be left behind, especially in today's ever-changing world.
Look
For me. Anika chigime?
That's good.
That's good. Kadi hamni shi? Kadi hamni? Ani hamni? Okay, habsh. Yeah. Habshta yeah.
Count to 10 and look for me.
Question nagibuta. Sister, where are you? Salon. Antash ani. Kadela deni. What is this? Kachime ani?
Snake.
Snake kadela bidash. Sibyo debana snake da chiga kadela deni. Mega. Dale. Lashta.
He looks behind the big stone. Ditching is not here. Can ditching go behind the
big stone?
Behind the big stone?
No.
No. She
cannot.
She
cannot. Please stop the minute. She cannot.
She cannot. The long snake is behind the stone.
Good.
I think it was Francis Bacon who said, "Reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man."
A wine-spotted waste for the tavern gourd, treading the wreckage of glasses, disheveling dawn's glowing divisions, a moistening rose.
I've always enjoyed reading. I remember my first books. They were the Ladybird publications of fairy tales. I think I was more fascinated by the illustrations. I enjoy writing too. I just love how when certain words are placed next to each other, you know, how they just roll off your tongue and how they produce the most beautiful sounds when placed next to each other. I think reading and writing comes in tandem. When you read a lot, it eventually leads to writing. If you're into philosophy, Plato's Republic and his allegory of the cave is very interesting in how it relates to and continues to inspire modern thought. I think children do read a lot these days, not necessarily books. There are a lot of blogs, news updates. They're continuously reading stuff on the internet. They don't necessarily have to start with a book. They can start simple with an article or a poem. And then when you get a little ambitious, you can move on to novels.
I urge you to start reading a book today. Just pick anyone you like and try reading it for just 15 minutes a day. After you finish, you can email us your feedback on how the book helped you. You can email iread@bbs.bt or on our Facebook page, iRead. Thank you.